morning, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. This is Connor from Futures Analytica, bringing you guys another live futures trading session on ES. As you can see, I have my settings on the left side of the screen right now. Let's jump right into it. We're going to be using counter spoof and DXY only to start out. Immediately when we engage the strategy, we get into a long position. It is a limit order. Let's see here. We got filled into a long position here. Hits our automatic stop chase. That is a good sign.
Target filled.
There we go. Up 229 on the day right now. Here, let's pull up our executions feed as well. Got filled into another long position. Not super excited about that, but we'll see how this goes. If you guys need my settings, you can just pause the video and go back. Hits our automatic stop chase. That's a good sign. Well, unfortunately, ended up losing that trade. Earlier today, I was trading on my live account. If we switch to that, you can see over here, we were up 1,600. But yeah, now we're on our Apex account. Let's see how we can do. We did get a long fill there, or sorry, a long trade there, but we did not end up getting put into it. This time we got put short. Let's see how this goes. Pretty interesting. Yes, when I'm trading my live account, absolutely. Wow, immediate loss there. If you guys want to see my settings again, I'm pulling them up right here. Looks like some spoofing activity is going on here. Let's see if we can end up getting filled into this. The placements are looking way off. Looking for some clarity with that comment. Oh, gotcha. They're 3 ticks away. Wow, so unfortunate there. It's like when we switch to an Apex account, things stop working. That's just awesome. Could see there that spoofer's already gone. That was a market order. We likely would have won that one. That spoofer disappeared, so we evacuated that before we even got filled. Really surprised that the market has slowed down this much immediately right after market open. I mean, this is some perfect movement back here, but I mean, yeah, all the placements and removals are being done automatically, Captain Crunk. I think we'll stop trading until news, so I think we might have to pause here.
Target filled.
There we go. We ended up winning that trade, though, up to 354. We'll wait. We'll stop trading 1 minute before news. Yeah, same here, Jose. On my live account, the 109341 account, I'm up 1700. But on my Apex account, struggling just a little bit. But let's see, we got still 2 minutes. Hey Martrem, I have an account or a setup guide on my YouTube channel. I just posted it. It's 2 minutes long. That's quite literally all you need to do to set this thing up. You just load it with that. It comes with the template. But yeah, you run an executable file which installs everything for you. It allows us to set everything up for you instead of having to go through all of that. But yeah, it's very plug and play. Yeah, it feels like it. That live account supremacy is the way, but man, I should not be in this trade right now. Ridiculous. Why am I still trading before news? Yeah, we're gonna wait here until news. All right, run it on now. See how we can do. We're going to turn trespass on as well. Try and take advantage of this volatility. See this level at 59 or 57.79. Here, you just asked for my settings. They're on screen right now. I put them at the beginning of the video. You can just pause and watch them. But it's a trespass trade here.
Target filled.
There we go. I ended up winning that one.
Target filled.
Ended up winning that one as well, up to 229. Kind of in a hole here, which is really too bad, but
Target filled.
back up to break even here. Paid 188 in commissions, so we're still a little bit above our break even in terms of trades, but hey, Brett, I will look into that. Also, guys, affiliate payouts should go out today. See, we're getting a lot of counter spoof signals, but none of them are getting filled. Wow, terrible fill there. Hey, Alpha Trading, there should be an 8 range chart default on the newest template. On R26. The R26 installer uses the newest template.
Target filled.
Ended up winning that one, only down 104 now. It's like market is really interesting movement right now.
Target filled.
There we go. Finally green on the day, up 124. Kind of psyching myself out here just because I've been doing well on a live account for so long. So immediately switching to Apex was feeling a little bit more pressure, especially just because that trading on an Apex account, you have to deal with that trailing drawdown, and I'm not used to trading on a small account size like that. Had a minimal loss there. Hey Eric, those sounds are from Star Citizen. I can post them after this. Sorry, I was going to post them yesterday, but AXP, that is a good idea. CL and YM are great with this strategy, but again, running it overnight to see which instruments to trade on shouldn't really be necessary. Tons of counter spoof stuff there. Should have been winning all of those, but we just didn't get put into any of them because our limit order offset seems a bit high. Absolutely crazy that we're missing all those trades. Absolutely crazy. We just missed out on that giant movement upwards. Wow, that's incredible. That's crazy. We should have won that trade. That is absolutely insane. Curtis James said, important difference between this and SBS. You'll not have 100 people running this with 100 different results. Hey guys, say in chat if you guys are using the same settings, you're getting the same fills as me because there should be no difference. I appreciate the heckling though, Curtis. Always nice. But again, you're factually incorrect. Yeah, absolutely, Michael. Just shoot us an email and we'll set it up for you. Eddie, make sure you're using the same settings as this. You should be getting the same fills. There should be no reason otherwise. Yeah, Curtis, it actually isn't going to be an issue with these settings, though. You will get the same fills.
Target filled. Target filled.
Limit orders do improve our fill resolution, so that's why we're using this. Hey, Trade and Trade. So Sierra Link is our oh, no problem, Curtis. So Sierra Link is our VPS service. So we offer solutions where we have servers right next to the exchange, so you can get super low latency. You can run the strategy on that machine, so it doesn't matter what your latency is from wherever you are in the world. You'll have the strategy running parallel with the exchange. So you'll get extremely fast fills, very low latency, and the only latency you'll have is when you're controlling the scanners. So let's say you have a 300 millisecond latency because you're in Australia or something. It would take 300 milliseconds for you to, let's say turn off concordant or turn it back on, but the actual strategy itself would be running on the server. So all of the trading logic that would be happening would be very, very quick. Just got a DEX array trade here, first one of the day. Yeah, seems like Brett did pretty good today, huh? So crazy how I feel like I have a knack for anytime I'm trading live on a PA account. Just all the volatility goes down. Wow, Brett did 5,100 on ES today. That's insane. That's insane. Great job today. Micro probability would have not taken that trade if we had that enabled, but so unfortunate. You saw we had a very strong long bias there, but we still got filled because we did not have micro congruity on. Hey Nate, microcongruity isn't on because everyone wants to get the same trades as me. So if this is on, everyone has their own ML model. So um, nobody gets those trades. Hey Tom, yeah, absolutely. We do have a playlist where you can get started from the beginning. Everything is included with purchase on how to actually set it up and everything and how to use it. But this is our playlist right now where you can read about just watch how the software works. Just one tick up. That would have been nice if we got filled there. It's just
Target
right
filled.
there. Okay, so we finally won a trade on counterspoof. That's been nice. I mean, we won 10 trades before market open on that, or at market open with that, but it's been a little bit inconsistent. Hey, Moneymaker. Yeah, so it does not require its own app for collection of data as it trains it every single time you load the strategy. That's why it can take a little bit longer to load the strategy sometimes. Take around 20 seconds after you click enable for it to train the model. But yeah. I believe Market Decoy is using his own settings. They are. I saw them on his YouTube channel.
Target filled.
Hey Tom, yeah, so this whole time I have not been doing anything. Everything you're seeing has been completely automated. Hey Matt, you said how much does the micro routing affect results? I'm assuming you're talking about the micro contracts. The liquidity on micro contracts is quite good, and the market's pretty efficient, so I don't think there should be any differences. Now, you need to run a side-by-side on fill rate in terms of limit orders, but if you're running on market orders, there should not be a difference. Hey, Scott, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Appreciate that, and I'll forward that to Peter. I'm glad he's been super helpful to you. Hey, Boomer Lois, you said if I get Azimuth but do not use Sierra Link or another VPS, does that negate the effectiveness of Azimuth? So that's really going to depend on your VPS or on how good your latency is. If you run that latency test here, I'm going to pull up that latency test you can run inside of your command prompt. So if you run that command, you will be able to. It looks like we got a counter spoof trade there. It was long, hit our automatic stop chase, almost won that trade, touched it.
Target filled.
There we go. Ended up winning that one. We're actually up on the day before commissions, but of course, $500 of commissions eats us down. It's kind of a cope, though. We should be far more up. Profit target is still $2,500 on the day. Hit our automatic stop chase there on counter spoof.
Target filled.
There we go. Up 102 now. Back in the green. Hey, Aragorn Smith. He said, hi, great to see you. What happened to your old strategy? Is it not better than this one? Great question, Aragorn. Polarity is still great. It's just a lot less user-friendly. This, we're pretty much running on complete full auto mode. No intervention here. But, yeah. Yeah, so, our old strategy is still completely valid. A lot of people still use Polarity. Brett and his community have been making a lot of money with Polarity. So, wow, unfortunately there we ended up losing that trade immediately after we got filled into it. But hey, Rich Paul saying, I'm using the Sierra plan, so I'm getting 1 millisecond of latency. Hey, John, yeah, that is certainly possible. However, we don't find that to be necessary. Consistent setting changes should not be necessary with Sierra, or sorry, with L2. I think that I am, what's it called? Oh, just got put into a short position here. And unfortunately, that led to a loss. That is awesome. The setting changes that I've been doing recently have been specific to Apex accounts. So, I mean, trading an Apex account is a lot harder than a live account for me. So, that's why I've been kind of messing around with the limit order offset recently. Our limit order offset does feel a bit high, though.
Target filled.
Limit offset, I still use 3. I'm actually, I've been using the same settings. I'm going to switch over here to my actual live account. Up 1,700 today from this morning. Immediately when I switched over to this, I started doing poorly, which is just ridiculous. Hey, Brimmerlois, that should be okay. You should be doing fine with that. Yeah, my counter spoof is super trigger happy recently. Wow. Insane. I'm evacuating that early. That's just not going to work out. Wow, Yasir, that's it's good to hear that you're up at least on sim. Do you have the same settings as me? Yeah, it just feels so weird. I think there's something going on with my stop loss, which specifically leads me to take bigger losses than I do wins. Because that's the only thing I can think of why we'd be in the red here.
Target filled.
Okay, we ended up winning that one. Yeah, Chris is right. Optimally, you'll have 30. I've traded with 100 before and done well. I'm in the West Coast, so for about a year, I traded without a VPS and I did okay. So hey, Michael, if you want to get rid of that message, you should go to data series. That's where you'd increase your bars required. Futures Odyssey said you've been consistent with market decoy settings as well. $2,400 so far today on PA. That is awesome to hear. I might have to try market decoy settings. Might have to take a break at 7:30. See how we do. I mean, I am not stoked about this coming up trade right here. Yeah, this is not an awesome trade, but
Target filled.
at this point, I'm kind of in my head. I'm like doubting my own system, which I should not be doing, but I really think that we're just on kind of a weird streak, and I think that we're going to bring it back. I mean, it's strange because during the past 3 months of using L2Azimuth on a live account, I have not had 2 losing days in a row. So I just don't see this as being. Now again, the election is this week, so there's definitely some weird things going on with that, but here, let's go to Market Decoy's channel. I see some people are checking on that. Looks like here it is. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with like losing on stream. I mean, it's just like I don't think there's actually anything wrong with the Apex accounts. I mean, it's right in front of us, so yeah, market's spooky, right? Hey Tom, no, this works for NQ and other instruments as well. Um, it'll work for commodities, anything with futures contracts that have level 2 data, it'll work on. This tool does not work good. Wow, thank you for the very supportive comment, BIH. I mean, great sample size. To put it in perspective, BIH, I mean, earlier today on my actual live account where we're able to withdraw this and use this as actual cash, we made $1,700 today. So just want to let you know about that. But
Target filled.
there we go. Yeah, right. Sim cash is really where it's at. I love buying simulated cars and simulated houses, right? Yeah, bonds is super interesting with this. I think my issue with bonds is this like I just got to start waking up earlier and trading. This strategy does a lot better in the early mornings.
Target
Ended
filled.
up winning that one as well, up to down 168 now, but after commissions, down 168. So, oh yeah, also guys, today I am using kinetic data. So I'm not using my other data feeds. I'm only using kinetic. So, or sorry, not kinetic, rhythmic. I am only using rhythmic data today. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, on my like on my live account before I disconnected that, or not disconnected, you know. Oh wait, am I still connected to my live account?
Target filled.
Okay, I take it back, guys. I am still using CQG. So Carlos, are you saying that you tried L2 with Apex, it wasn't profitable, and then when you traded live, you actually did make money? Elswe says he's up 2,975. That is awesome to hear. Glad to hear that, man. We're finally in the green today. Yeah, Gabriel, no worries. That's a good question. So, saying how long does this take to get comfortable with this setup as a trader? I don't know what I'm looking at, mostly here. 100%. So this is L2Azimuth. This is our counter spoofing strategy that trades based off of level 2 data. When you get the software, it comes with a full course on everything you need to set it up. If you're looking for a breakdown on how the strategy works, and I highly recommend having a fundamental understanding of the strategy before you really dive into it or even buy it. Check out this playlist here, or this video specifically. We go into why the strategy
Target
works.
filled.
There we go. Ended up winning that one. We're up $300 on the day now. But yeah, with that, you can get nice. It's interesting to hear, Carlos. I'm trying to collect some data on that, but it's weird because it just seems like there's no way. I mean, that's unfortunate there. We're back into the red. Hey, Mitch, that should be the same as the current update. You should be able to download the latest update if you have at any point. Um, almost touched our take profit there. Oh my god! Wow, that is insane. That is insane. We should have won that trade. It literally just was right on our take profit, and it just didn't fill us. That was crazy. Yeah, BIH, that doesn't really reflect reality though. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people being profitable today, yesterday, and like this whole week I've been seeing lots of green videos, specifically after we released the limit order update. So BIH, to address that, I actually do think a significant portion of my clients are in the green. If let me just propose a question here. If if even 10% of my clients were not profitable, do you think that them being vocal would skew the public image of that product being unprofitable at all? Do you think that what would an acceptable number be to you for them being in the green? I'm just curious, like, do you think that 100%? I mean, like, let's start at 60. Do you think that 60% is acceptable? Do you think that 80% is acceptable? Do you think 95% is acceptable? I mean, really, what is your expectancy for clients who are in the green? I'm just curious.
Target filled.
Yeah, we are releasing in Discord on Tuesday. So be excited about that. We've got a long fill here on counter spoof. Look at that. It's
Target
right at our.
filled.
There we go. Ended up winning that one up to 268. Yeah, Evan, you're absolutely right. I mean, my target is 90%. I want at minimum 90% to be profitable. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely auto queue. We are planning on doing that. We're going to be pushing out some updates for Polarity as well. And those, of course, are going to be free updates. So Hey AP, I am using a prop firm today. You can see my Apex count is right at break even. My live account is green from this morning, but yeah, that's the story there. Wow, Eddie, great to see. You said your NQ workspaces are running all three charts up $1,500. This is such a weird trade. I'm not gonna lie, this is a weird trade. $100% is the only expectancy of winning trades that I may consider. Wow. BAH, that is an extremely intelligent thing to say. I'm glad that you had that had something so valuable to add to the discussion. 100%. Yeah, man. You know, every single trade should honestly be winning. If the strategy doesn't do that, that doesn't work. You're right, man. Not all right. This guy's gone. You're gone. This game is not about losing at all. That is so funny. Yeah, it's sorry, man. If you want to behave, I can unban you later, but for today you're in timeout. See here, we're in a giant downtrend.
Target filled.
Yeah, you're definitely right, Chris. Oh man, that's right there.
Target filled.
There we go. Ended up winning, just disable the strategy and trying to re-enable. You know, funny thing about that, Joe, I gotta say I'm a little bit depressed this week. You know, these 2 trading days have been a little poor. My McLaren's broken for the second time. It's in the shop. So I mean, it's been tough, but you know, we're getting through it. It's good to stay mindful.
Target filled.
When I actually got that car, it immediately the first day I got it, it broke. It was in the shop for 3.5 months. Finally got it back. There were issues the first day I got it back. The coolant hose exploded. I was leaking coolant on the side of the road, and they got it back to me the next day. But I mean, and then here we are again. The sway bars came off. They loosened themselves somehow, and the e-motor drained itself of all the coolant fluid, so they had to fix that. So it's it's been quite an experience. I thought the McLaren reliability meme wasn't true, but it is certainly true. Yeah, it Lambos and Ferraris are quite a bit more reliable, but man, McLaren's a driver's car. The Lamborghinis and Ferraris are definitely more flashy, but you know, I love driving. I love tracking my car. It's a carbon monocoque. It's got hydraulic steering. I mean, it's just I love it. I bought it to drive it. I didn't buy it to show off. I mean, it's just such an immersive driving experience. And that's why I picked that car over, you know, a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. But a McLaren is like trading, works 100% of the time. Yeah, I know. If I had gotten a Porsche, that never would have happened. So, yeah, these British cars, man. It's funny. We have an Ineos Grenadier, and even they use a German engine because they know that the British can't make engines. Evan, I actually still do have the vet. I've been driving that, which has been nice. But that is like technically my girlfriend's car now. Gonna be engaging both sides now. Yeah, Chris, you're onto something there. I do love Enfield's Enfield Meteor. Had a long trade here. Let's see if we win it. I don't think it's gonna.
Target
There we go. We ended
filled.
up winning that. We're up to 434 now on the day. Yeah, Matt, you're right. I actually would love to learn manual. I really love the Amira. I might end up trading the Corvette in for an Amira at some point, but the older Elises are awesome too. They're just such great drivers' cars.
Target
There we go.
filled.
Ended up winning that one as well, up to 663 now. Yeah, AP. It is hands off. But again, this does not mean you can walk away and have it just be doing okay. It's hands off to the extent that if you're trading it during defined times like market open, you should be doing pretty well. Um, before the limit orders update, I was very hesitant to say that except for DexArray. But now I think that counter spoof and trespass have really, really, really increased their effectiveness in hands off mode. Um, I guess you could call it AFK Analytica, right? Hey Jay, I can't. I hate talking about that because it seems iffy without knowing the full context of how much the product cost. But I will say this: I did make back the initial investment on L2Azimuth, so um, there's that. But I mean, now the monthly obligations on support
Target
and
filled.
whatnot—that's a different story. But it looks like we're up 892 now on the day. Not enough to get the McLaren fixed. Yeah, you're right. It's under warranty, so this guy from McLaren Corporate, he's been having dialogue with me back and forth, and it's just been funny because it's like, dude, he seems so embarrassed when it breaks again. He's like, Connor, we're so sorry. Like, we'll get it back to you, man. It's like I always say, you bought the car to drive it, right? And I'm like, what do you mean I bought? What do you mean? This is like I always say, I have never met this guy in my life, but yeah, he's a good guy though. They've been treating me pretty well. They expedited the recent repair, and I think they're going to compensate me for the time it's been in the shop. Hey Sunil, you said doing much better than yesterday. Any theories as to why? Yeah, absolutely. It's really mostly down to time of day. I think yesterday was just so funky. With the low volatility from the news that was going to come out today, and the later time of day that I was trading, we just weren't really doing that great. But well, unfortunately, ended up losing that trade. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Yeah, Joe. In fact, I did end up buying new. I did hedge fund. That's it's funny. Yeah, so I ended up getting it new. They gave me a pretty solid deal on the 23 Artura, but I mean, is it really a good deal
Target
if it
filled.
breaks? But yeah, it's a new one. Now the depreciation hit on that was just ridiculous. If you look at how much 2023 Arturas have depreciated since new, it hurts. So I did take kind of an L with that, but yeah, it does feel like a lemon. Under California lemon law, I could have my lawyer get a lemon case on that. But I just feel bad because it's like I don't know. I hate using, I hate like, I feel like I'm screwing over McLaren by doing that. So I just don't want to do that. I love what they do. So it's, I don't know. They're doing everything they can to help fix it. But I mean, it's funny because the last time it broke, I said, all right, if it breaks one more time, I'm going to lemon it. And here we are back in the shop and I didn't lemon it. I just feel like I'm being too nice. Hey, OUP trader. My net with commissions is 590. So my total commissions being 1,000 means that my total P&L before commissions is add 1,000 to that number. So currently it says 777. So add 1,000 to 777, and that's my wow. We're so close to winning that trade. That's so sad. So we're up 642 after commissions. I should add a tally behind, next to the total commissions, which is my P&L before commissions. Yeah, yesterday was tough. Yesterday was tough. Cody, I'm really trying to figure that out too. I think it's a fill latency thing as well. There were a few trades here. I think like 6 or 7 where price touched my limit order and didn't fill it on the exit. I think that my entries are I get pretty fast entries, but my exits, man, it's just right on my take profit. And it's like, why am I not winning that trade? So I think that the exits are just a little bit funky. Hey Thomas, here I'll pull my settings up right here. Oh wait, you guys, they've been up for the past who knows how long. That's my bad, guys. I've been blocking off the screen. Look at that. That was just crazy.
Target filled.
There we go. 871 now. Yeah, the thing is, Audi, the thing with those if market touched orders is that I think I get screwed more on any kind of market order than I do with any limit order. I think the limit orders are more favorable for a sim environment like Apex is on than a market order. Those market orders, sometimes I feel like I get 2 ticks of slippage on ES, which is crazy because I should only be getting one. And I go back in the recording and there's only 1 tick spread during that time where I get 2 ticks of slippage. So it feels weird. Hey, Gabriel, I did not create this software by myself. There were over 20 people who worked on this project. A lot of consultants were hired. My in-house devs are pretty great, but yeah, this was definitely a group effort. The programming on this is outside of my knowledge. I don't trust myself to program anything that I sell to customers just because it's too high stakes. Hey, OUP trader, you should not need to change settings daily. I've been messing around with it on Apex. So on a PA account, I've just been kind of, going back and forth with these limit order options. But again, you should be dialed in. Yeah, Tommy, I think that you might be right about that. The thing is that when the market is trading in one direction, Dex Array does really, really well, um, especially with those runners. Yes, they should AP. BAL, you shouldn't have to optimize your settings. That's the thing. You should just be using the default templates. The settings don't need to change based off of volatility because they're fixed based off of market structure. So price action isn't going to matter. What only matters is changes in the level 2 order book, which just don't really happen on ES. If you're trading the same instrument, that shouldn't be happening.
Target filled.
There we go. Ended up winning that trade. Just over $1,000 now after commissions. Put into a short position here. Right at our take profit. Come on, just get us filled into that right there. There we go. Up 1,300 now. So now we're green total. Yesterday, I don't know how much we lost yesterday, but now we're up like I think $500 net on those 2 days on a PA account. So I'm hyped about that. I think I was being super overzealous yesterday. I kind of went in guns blazing on the ratios. I wanted to rely on limit orders mostly to try and hedge us, but that just isn't consistent with the edge. I think that was kind of foolish of me. So again, guys, I'm kind of messing around on this PA account at here, but I really suggest using the template settings if you're trading. You know, Eddie, I don't plan on there being any entry requirements. I want to be free for any customers. My concern is that people who just are there to troll and be miserable are just going to be in there messing around. So I don't know how to fix that. But I was thinking of charging like a very small amount of money, like $5 a month or something, just to like where it's like, you know, if you're going to troll,
Target filled.
like you don't want to be paying me to do it. So I mean, I don't know if you guys would be opposed to that. It would also like it's going to cost me more than $5 a month per user to run the Discord just because of the moderation. But if you guys are against that, I just won't do it. Like seriously, like if you guys are against that, I just won't. I don't have a problem with that, but just for quality assurance, we'd do that. Yeah, because my thing is, if you're gonna troll, you don't want to be paying the guy you're trolling, right? So
Target filled.
ended up winning that one. Charles, you said why not just block people on the very first negative comment? The thing is that I don't want to get rid of any negative discourse. My problem is that like there's a fine line between like true criticism and you know if you are trolling, and
Target
I
filled.
don't want to censor people for saying their true thoughts. So it's if you're there in good faith, I don't think there's an issue. Hey, Yusuf, you said please. Oh, did you get those funded Apex accounts with the bot? I'm new to your channel. Yes, I did. Should have a community system where people can vote on banning someone.
Target filled.
I already know some people would heckle me for charging $5 for Discord because it's like, oh man, if you make X amount trading, why do you need $5 from us? So it's like I'm already prepared for that comment. But again, that $5 wouldn't even cover the cost for the moderators and the all the stuff that goes into that. So I mean, I would not be making money on that. Most people have positive intent. Let's face it, everyone wants to make money. Yeah, exactly. So and that's why I don't want to block any negative comments or remove anyone who makes a negative comment. My thing is that it's hard to distinguish that in this industry. This industry is full of a lot of smear campaigns. I mean, competing vendors can often get a little dicey when you start to encroach on their space. So I've had a couple discussions with some other vendors who did that. I'm like, hey man, like really, what's going on here? Like, and you know they kind of backed off. So it is real, but you kind of have to be proactive about it. That would have been nice if we won that, but we're up 1,700 now, so super solid. Hey Tommy, what is your latency? Uh, run this command. Here, hold on. Let me pull this up. If you run this command, Tommy, you'll be able to see what kind of ping you're getting from your computer. Now, if that's above 30 milliseconds, you're gonna probably want to get a VPS. But in terms of computing power, there should be no issue. It's a very low overhead strategy once it's loaded up. Hit our automatic stop chase
Target
there. Ended
filled.
up winning that one, up 19.95 now. Hey, Train of Trades, we actually decided to forego the monthly version and do a quarterly. I got to say this though, specifically with that. So, with the monthly, what we were planning on doing was that we were going to do a $500 upfront fee and then charge like $200 a month on top of that. So it would have been $700 up front and then 200 bucks a month, or 300. It was something a little bit silly. Um, so we decided instead to just do a flat quarterly, so we didn't do the upfront charge. So it ends up being cheaper in the long run. But wow, that is awesome, Elsewhere. You said you're doing well with microcongruity. Yeah, see, I would love to use microcongruity. I just feel like so bad that some of you guys wouldn't be getting the exact same fills as me, and I just feel like a little bit like crappy about that. So that's why I'm not using it today. And it definitely does decrease my accuracy. So I actually should be doing quite a bit better. It's just like I don't know. You guys have been wanting to get the same trade as me for a while, and I'm trading on a PA account, so it's a good excuse to do that. So without, I mean, there's no threat of like, a regulatory body striking me down because it's on a PA account, not a brokerage account. So I mean, why not? But I'm glad you're using microcongruity. It's a great feature. I suggest people use it. Yeah, that trade was doomed from the start. Dude, market decoy. A 400 grand, buddy. It's so funny. You actually can't ping the CME directly. It's weird. You have to ping your broker because the way the CMA does routing, it's all localized inside their own server. So inside of the Aurora exchange is where all of the brokers have their own servers. So you can only interact directly with the broker. I don't think that the exchange is internet facing. I don't think it has a public IP.
Target filled.
There we go, up $1,900 now. 30 milliseconds. I'd say anything below 30 is fine to not use a VPS. But again, you're going to benefit from VPS regardless of what your ping is. I gotta say, I think he was being sarcastic. There's no way. Hit our automatic stop chase there. Almost won that trade. Wow, just touching our take profit there.
Target
There we
filled.
go, up 2,100. We're only 400 away from our profit target today, which is $2,500. That is super interesting, Nate. If you have any data on when that happened, like log files or whatnot, I'll be able to discern why that was happening. What can happen is that if you have the wrong account selected up here that isn't the one you're trading, that the evacuate button can show null. The close button now on NinjaTrader shouldn't turn off the strategy. So um, you can use that as well with no issue. Gabriel, you said how much money are you trading with today? I'm actually using a 250K Apex PA account. So it's a little different.
Target
There we
filled.
go. Ended up winning that. We're up 2,400. Man, I just want to go for one more trade, but I really just feel like I shouldn't. Our profit target's 25. Yeah, $1,300 in commissions is absolutely insane. I got to say though, this P&L is after commissions though. So that's our true P&L, but yeah, we paid a ridiculous amount in commissions today. But I guess that's what you got to do. Usually my commissions are nowhere near that high. Um, but yeah, it definitely is high, but our positive expectancy is high enough to where that isn't an issue. But yeah, guys. Well, let's see what we can do here. Yeah. So Fizzle, we do offer a payment plan if you're located in the United States. If you want to purchase the lifetime license, and I think it's cheaper than the monthly overall. And guys, if you end up getting the quarterly, you can apply 50% of those payments towards a lifetime. So after 1.5 years, you technically own the product. So we'd stop billing you and you just have it for life. But you would pay twice as much for total for it. So keep that in mind. Hey AP, so that was the original pricing. So all right. With our it would have been $700 up front plus 200 a month, but we decided to go with a different option. So we're on quarterly now, and it's just a flat 770 per quarter. So that's every 3 months. So it's $192 a month flat is how much you'd be paying for L2Azimuth. Hey Nate, yeah, send me the info on that. But yeah, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys today. I'll stay on the chat for a little bit if you guys have any more questions. I like interacting with you guys. I'm glad I opened up chat. I kind of assumed it was going to be like way more of a crapshoot than this. So, um, I've messaged support, but they are not responding, and they are not helping. Hey, Digital Business Strategies, I am so sorry to hear that. I want to know exactly when you sent your email and what's going on there. I'm checking our support tickets right now. Everything should be up to date from this morning. So unless you sent it in the past 30 minutes, I don't see any emails here from you. You can go to the contact page on my YouTube channel and you'll see my email. But um, yeah, of course, Gio. Thank you. Nate, that's great to see. You said you're up 522 on one contract with your EA account. Hey, Scotty. So this is on a PA account. So technically, it's a live sim through Apex's terminology, which means that they're simulating it on the Rhythmic servers, but you do get a payout for it. Haverall, I'd say the best level 2 data is IQ feed. Hey, Yusuf, you said you're interested in getting started. What happened to the Polarity ATI? Polarity ATI is still around. We're still going to be doing content on that. The thing with Polarity is that it's a lot more manual. Today, we pretty much ran this completely on full auto, and we ended up coming out with 2,500 on a PA account. I'm pretty proud of today. We ended up finishing out pretty well. Man, I was a little stressed out there at the beginning. I got to say, it was like, wow, does the software seriously, like, it works on a PA account. We did testing on it. It works on Sim. But I was like kind of stressed out. But I mean, we brought it home. This is our expected amount we brought home today. Now, of course, our live account is going to do a little better just because those fills are going to be better. But looks like we did bring it home on our PA account. Yeah, Kinetic is the same feed as IQ feed. Hey, Yusuf, if we all run the same bot on Apex, wouldn't they not want that? I don't see an issue with that. The thing is with Apex is that if you go to Apex's like apextraderfunding.com, they actually have bots that they sell in their tools section. It's here, hold on. Yeah, so if you go to apextraderfunding.com/trading tools, they sell this thing called the Ninja Suite, which sells auto trading bots. Kind of ridiculous, actually. Yeah, they have a lot of bots here for sale. So they have no rules against it. And the thing is that I don't think there'll be an issue at all. They shouldn't mind. Hey Tommy, so the thing with Apex, you actually can get level 2 data for $10 a month. You'd go to your members area and you can subscribe to the level 2 data from there. You don't need your own feed. Yeah, Nate. Absolutely, we can introduce a cancel on time. Apex is a bot called Sniper for $200 a month. Yeah, absolutely. I that's crazy. I don't have much to say about that other than, I mean, it seems that they do allow bots then. Hey guys, if you guys enjoyed today's stream, please leave a like. I see we got 180 concurrent viewers here. It would mean a lot to me for you guys to leave a like on this stream if you guys enjoyed today. This stream has been definitely one that's tougher to do just because we got that chat now and I'm doing a PA account and I'm like showing all the configuration for the strategy here. Before I tune off, let's pull up my settings here. Yeah, for you guys to see, so you guys can see that. Yeah, if you guys mean a lot to me if you guys left a like. Super nice. Stay tuned for that Discord release on Tuesday. So L2Azimuth, we're gonna have an L2Azimuth Discord where you can also discuss polarity and whatnot. So join that if you're interested. Yeah, next week is gonna be insane. I don't know how it's gonna go. Yeah, so Trader John, you said in the latest Apex 3.0 video, John states that algos and algo trading is allowed but must be monitored. You cannot set it and just walk away. That seems to make sense to me. So BAL, you said, Connor, can we test your VPS for connection speed before purchase as a trial connection? BAL, I will give you an offer specifically for you. If you buy Sierra Link and you test the connection speed and it is not as fast as you think it is, send me a screenshot of the connection speed being slow, and I will give you a refund. So, if seriously, if it's too slow for you, it really shouldn't be. But if you purchase it and it's too slow, I will give you a refund on Sierra Link. But yeah, guys, so we have a sale going on for L2Azimuth right now. It is stackable with your founder's code if you want it. But you can use that. Here, let me pull that up. Yeah, use code LIMITBREAK for 10% off. So Yusuf, the founder's code is just going to be founder's code, but you have to actually own the product, own Polarity before you own L2Azimuth for that to work. So you'd have to use the email you used at purchase of Polarity for the founder's code to work. Sierra Link speed is faster than Connor's McLaren at the moment. That is so true, Trader John. I hope I get it back soon. It's literally anything is faster than my McLaren right now. Eddie, if you didn't get the 5% that didn't work, shoot me an email and I'll fix that for you. Haverwell, you said, sorry, I missed the answer to the preferred level 2 feed. Yeah, you do want to use Kinetic, which is the same as IQ feed. I think I'll be streaming on either Tuesday or Monday. I'll schedule that this weekend, but. You know what? That is a good question, Chris. He said, "Is code limit break stackable with users' referral codes?" You know what? I'm gonna turn that on. I'm gonna let that be stackable. Hold on. Let me make sure that I can actually get that to be stackable without any issues. Hey, mistaken. You said hi. What's that's funny. Futures Odyssey. By the way, the 500 off only works on lifetime. Um, hey, what spec does your PC have? I realize the better PC spec, the better the performance. That's not necessarily true, mistaken, but I'm using the Sierra plan on sierralink.org. Um, Bill, you said Cyber Monday is fast approaching. Do you have a recommendation for a basic computer to purchase? Um, I can help find that. If you I don't know your budget, but I mean anything with a new generation graphics card, like a 4050, I think that's what that is now. Any kind of i7 and at least 16 gigs of RAM. I'd go for 32 if you can. And then an SSD is going to be just perfect. You don't need anything more than that. Okay, referral plus limit break is not stackable yet. Waiting on that. Here, hold on. Let me pull this up. So give me a sec. Coupon. 2 base and R50. Okay, yeah, they are stackable now, guys. So check that out. Wow, good to know. You have an M1 MacBook with Parallels and NinjaTrader 8 seems to work fine. That is great to hear. I'm glad it's working well. So, I mean, it seems like it's pretty lightweight. 32 gig MacBook is totally fine, especially if you're doing well. Yeah, so mistaken. I am using the 32 gigabyte DDR5 RAM with 8 Xeon CPU cores and a 2.2/3.6 gigahertz plan. Yes, I'm using that one. Yeah, hedge fund limit break is an additional 10% off. Yeah, I just want to check in with you guys. Did you guys get the same trades as I was getting today? If you had micro and gritty off. Hey, Yusuf. Yeah, Polarity is an awesome system. Now, I gotta say, Yusuf, if you're looking for something totally hands off, don't recommend Polarity. That's definitely a little more manual than Polarity. So check that out if you're interested in. But yes, 90% of them, yeah, same trades. Great to see you guys. I'm glad that we were able to get you guys here. So I'm assuming that, even with BIH's heckling, if everyone did that, then it should be 100%, right? But even if it's not, I think we did pretty well. Jeff says, sorry, what is stackable founders code and the limit stack discount? So it's stackable with the founders code and the limit break for 10% off. Yes, it will, Ollie. Also, if you guys are interested in Apex, I do have a referral code. I know, super annoying, right? But I just have that because why not? BIH is stacking his discounts as we speak. That's funny. I don't know how, lol, but I'm up $4,300 on Sim. Jim, that is great to hear, man. No less, but same settings, but I was doing micros, had to adjust distance on counterspoof. Worked well, DTN. Awesome, guys. I'm so happy to hear you guys are green. If anybody traded the same settings as me and they were red, I want to get that sorted out. So please let me know. We can help that. And let me know what prop firm you're trading on, if you're trading on Sim or not, and what was going on there. More Trem, I do have an email available directly for me, but we do have a support email as well, which will be able to respond to you much faster. I gotta say, I have a lot of stuff to do, but I will respond eventually. But our support should respond to you like just in a few minutes. Can't read the grayed out settings. Shoot. Sorry about that, man. I'll have to post these after. I'll make sure to take a screenshot next time of it before. Yeah, so Yusuf, with Apex, or sorry, with L2Azimuth, it's going to be a lot less discretionary. I mean, today we didn't have any discretionary trading going on. Polarity is a little bit more discretionary. You got to follow certain rules manually. But yeah. Sam using top step level data 2. You were green. Great to hear. Yeah, guys, awesome. I'm glad to see you guys did well today. Again, guys, if you enjoyed today's stream, please leave a like. It helps out with bringing people onto this video. Can you fix the black on black text at the website? I'm assuming that that's because of the download button, but yeah, I'm gonna try and fix that this weekend. I keep hearing one can run on the default and go. If that were the case, you would not have so many settings floating around. Curtis, that's an interesting question because the thing is about that is that the default settings are green. You're just going to get less trades. They're just less risk averse. The settings don't correlate. It's not like if you use one settings versus another, not one of them. It's not like one of them is going to be red, one of them is going to be green. It's just that one might be more green than the other because there were more trades taken. If you want to have a higher risk aversion tolerance, you can use the default settings. The default settings have a trespass ratio of something like 3.35. So that's a super high risk aversion. We're using 2.5 today. It's a very linear scale. The more you decrease that, the more risk averse you are. Or sorry, the more risk your higher it is your risk appetite. So it's I don't know. It just seems like an interesting criticism to say when I think that's a feature rather than a drawback. I mean, what we could have done at launch was just lock all the settings and have you guys not be able to change them. But we wanted to have that creativity for you guys to be able to use this as more of a sandbox if you wanted to. You don't have to. It's an option. Again, the settings don't have to be changed. BB said, how do you know when to use all three engines? I've just been running them literally all the time now. So with the new limit order update, I think it is completely safe to run them all the time. Is it better to run it every day at market open from 9:30 to 10:30 than 3 to 4 p.m.? Yes, actually, that is a perfect thing. Oh, gotcha, Yusuf. AP, he was asking about when should you run all the scanners. So beforehand, I recommended only running DEX if you wanted to have a more passive trading. But with this newest update, I think counterspoof and trespass and DEX, all three of them are good. Hey, Darren, you said you've been using it for about 4 weeks and you're still only about break even. Any suggestions? So what that tells me is that before the update, you were struggling. And now with the current update, which has only been out for a week, you've been up a little bit, back to your break even. Because beforehand, it was super tough. Now, what I have to suggest for you, Darren, is I got to ask, today, did you get the same trades as me on that account? If you were using the same settings as me? Because really, I'm going to be continuing to trade this PA account. And if you're really trying to learn how to use the software, just follow along with me. and see how we do together, because there should be no reason why you should be getting different trades. Hey, hedge fund, yes, absolutely. We will update your CRVPS if that happens, if you end up purchasing. Slightly different settings, but I just had 6 NQ wins in a row. Wow, that is awesome to hear, Moneymaker. Where do we find the same settings as me? They're on the screen right now, actually. You can see them on the right. Yosam says, does Apex allow you to trade algos? Yes, they do. They do allow this. Explicitly, they allow this. You just can't walk away and set it and forget it, which I don't recommend in the first place. Adam says, do you have a Discord where we can share settings? We're releasing that on Tuesday. I'm using polarity. Oh, okay. So Darren, you said you're using polarity and you want to get L2Azimuth, but you're on the fence. Okay, I see you're using polarity. So the thing with polarity is that that's going to be a higher skill thing. There are a variety of reasons why you'd be at break even, and I gotta say it's likely because of switching between trespass and trend, or something to do with how you trained your ML model. I recommend using the resources on Brett R's YouTube channel. He has some really great stuff about polarity. Really helped me understand the customer base more. But he has some really good resources on how to trade polarity like effectively from a different standpoint than I do. Um, he focuses more on the prop firm aspect of it. I usually trade on a brokerage account, so I didn't really trade on a prop firm with polarity. Um, but he's been super effective with polarity. But yeah, no worries if you're on the fence about L2. R Duck said, could L2A have a commission to profits ratio regulator? Definitely. I'm not sure how that would work though. Um, but if you have any info on exactly how we'd implement that, I'm open. Yeah, AP, I am going to do a lot more prop firm trading. I think that we might move over to that on stream, and I'll just trade my regular account off stream just because most people are indeed trading prop accounts. What is the ATM that you're using? Yusam, you can also see my ATMs right next to that. You can see L2Azimuth Dex Array ES strategy parameters, L2Azimuth Trespass ES strategy parameters, and L2Azimuth Counterspoof ES strategy parameters. You can see all three of those. Is there a similar setting for NQ like you have on the screen for ES? Yeah, they're included in the template. The NQ settings should be default good. So about polarity, you will no share more information about the product or what has been shared so far. No, Felipe, we are going to continue to roll out things for polarity. Yusuf said, are you a programmer before you were a trader? You know, I hate to call myself a programmer because compared to my the people I work with now who build these strategies, man, just totally novel understanding of programming. I'm a bit unsophisticated when it comes to my programming skills. Now, I I do a lot of coding for fun sometimes. In certain video games, I like to do coding in those, like Gary's Mod and stuff like that. But um, yeah, I mean, I'm not great at it. I gotta say, it's somewhat sloppy. So I've coded some algos before I had this company, but ever since then, I always contract out that talent. Joe, you said is L2 compatible with a non-PA account? Yes, it is. Absolutely, it is. It is compatible with that. Yeah, I can try Top Step. Yes, Yusuf, I did create these strategies. So, to talk about actually like what goes in on the strategy, I highly recommend checking out this video right here. This strategy is based on the white paper by Dr. Bo Lindo and Professor Talise J. Putinich from the University of Technology in Sydney. And you can read that paper right here. Hold on, let me pull this up. Hey, Martrem, you said, as if you said before, L2 is a plug and play. I imagine that it comes with the settings already installed. Why did a customer here earlier say that he did not have the same results as you? Martrem, I assume you're talking about the one customer out of the 10 people who said they had the same results as me, Darren Smith. He wasn't using L2Azimuth, he was using polarity. So it would make sense that he didn't get the same trades as me if he's using a completely different system. Hey, Jim, that would depend on how many live accounts or how much money you have in your live account. I recommend starting with just like a couple micros. Okay, sorry. Yeah, no problem, Martrem. It's no worries. I mean, the thing is that I'm really trying to get to a 90% profitability number where 90% of the users are profitable, and I think we can easily do that with these live streams. There should really be no reason why you'd be red if you're following these live streams. Hey, 77 Sajid, what would you say overall success rate is of this algo? Also, when we buy it, should we get your support team to install it like the way you've installed and make sure all the settings are correct? Okay, couple components to the answer to this question. So you said, what is the overall success rate? So I'm hovering around 76%, and that's with a positive RR. So let me just see this. But I'm red and I have trespass off. BAL, I'm not sure how that's possible as we went green today with trespass on, with my congruity off. Again, I don't know how you're red. Would love to see more about that. Again, so when you said when you buy it, should we get your support team to install it like the way you have installed it and make sure all the settings are correct? So the way that we do this is that we have an executable that you run and it'll install everything with the settings and templates automatically. So that shouldn't be an issue. It should do everything for you. But if that's still not working, just email us and we'll help you out. But it does that automatically. GM said, I appreciate the work you've done and your transparency. I'm new to trading. Would you ever use this in a longer time frame? So GM, the thing is that this is based off of the order book. The order book doesn't really have that much relevance in a longer time frame because it's all based on market microstructure. You just wouldn't really get that much of an edge from it. I don't see that as being possible. We haven't even done testing on that because from a thesis standpoint, it just wouldn't make sense. Now, it is possible for there to be an edge from it, but I just don't want to waste my time with it because it seems so counterintuitive from what the white paper says. The whole edge is based off two papers. We have that paper by Talise J. Putnich, and then second of all, hold on, let's see this. Curtis says, Yusuf Gerges, frustrating thing is your trades will not be the same, so win rate will be all over the place. He has said a cash account will be best. Oh wow, so Curtis, did today not mean anything to you? I'm really surprised to hear you say that because we had over 10 people in chat saying they had the exact same trades as me today because I posted my settings and I'm not using microcongruity. So I mean, it just seems that you're trolling at this point. I mean, you said sorry earlier, and then now that we're green, I mean, it just seems like you're trolling at this point, man. It just seems kind of ridiculous that you'd say that. If you keep this up, Curtis, you're not going to be welcome back here in this chat, and that's not because of negativity. It's because I think you're saying that in bad faith. If you have a true criticism, I'm completely open to it, but that just seems ridiculous to say after today's stream. That's just low IQ. Low IQ if you're saying that in good faith. Absolutely. Let me pull that up. This is about honest discussion, not cheerleading. So again, I want to hear what is actually honest about what you said. I'd like you to respond to what I said. If you're going to keep ignoring what I told you, Curtis, you're going to be gone. Hey Tommy, no, we do not have a refund policy for L2Azimuth. We trade this strategy live. We're the only vendor on the market who trades this strategy live, and I'm actually like giving you guys my settings. So because we trade this strategy live, that's a level of transparency that no other person does. Zero. Zero is green while trading live on a real account or on a PA account for automation. So I don't see the purpose of that, but I mean I understand why you'd want one. But yeah, here you go. So this is the paper. Here you go, Yusuf. That is the one tick Q imbalance that the trespass scanner is based off of. Yeah, remember this guy Curtis, guys, because I know he's super active in other chats. I mean, he's going to be sowing dissent if he keeps going on with this. Curtis, you still can redeem yourself. I mean, it just seems crazy for you to throw that criticism out there. I've actually thought that you were acting in good faith before today, but especially after this session, you're still throwing out troll comments like that. I mean, it's just, I mean, everyone keep a red flag out there for Curtis here. What do you mean, what answer? So funny, dude. That is so funny. You said that your trades will not be the same, so win rate will be all over the place. But today I literally let you guys copy my trades. And you guys got the same trades as me, and we had like 10 people in the chat say they were green, and more green than I was when they continued trading. So I just don't understand that. Tommy, so with these trades, I mean, especially with how the limit orders work, the latency really shouldn't be different. I mean, latency shouldn't cause different trades. You might get different fills, I will say. If your limit order is going to be farther back in the queue, um, and there's going to be a little bit of difference on stop losses, but your signals should be the same. So it's kind of puzzling. Yeah, exactly, Tommy. No, I appreciate the comment on following up with that because I mean um it's important to recognize that it's never going to be 100%. I mean, we had a red day yesterday. Hey, Oshan. So you asked if this was plug and play. So today we just loaded up the strategy with these settings over here, and we clicked concordant, and we kept trading. At one point, we were down 700, but we ended up 2,400, and we didn't do anything manually. So that's about as plug and play as you can get. Um, I will say you can't trade like during news and stuff like that, and during areas of low volatility, it's not going to do incredible. It's probably going to break even. But hey Curtis, again, you know what, dude, you're completely ignoring what I'm saying. You're completely ignoring what I'm saying. You got one more message. You got one more message. If you don't address what I told you, you're gone. Hey Arduck, I am going to allow chat replay on this, so you'll be able to go on this video and see all the chats. Curtis, I'd like you to answer me. Answer me bluntly, man. You got one more message. Is it true that today people got the same trades as me? I literally intentionally kept microgravity off so people will get the same. That was someone else, Greg. I'm giving this guy one more opportunity because I know Curtis actually does have the product, so that's why I'm curious about why he's saying something like this. I always give people who have the product a chance because it's like, I mean, why would you be acting in good faith if you spent money on it? So I want to make sure that he's that he's not just like not tracking. Okay, yeah. So Curtis, you're completely ignoring me. You're gone. You're gone, buddy. No, appreciate that, Jose, guys. Thank you so much for the support today, guys. You guys did so well. I mean, I'm happy that you guys are all green today. And I'm gonna keep doing the streams like this where I show settings beforehand and I let you guys copy. So, yeah. Hey, Yusuf, so microcongruity, that's our second filtration system. You can see at the top right, that is our 2-tick forecasting system. You can see it shows like 11% long, 90% short. That is the probability derived from machine learning that the price is going to move for the next 2 ticks in that direction. So we generate that score based off of machine learning, and that goes based off of previous like level 2 data. So depending on when you load that, that's going to show a different score depending on the user. So you can get different trades from that. Matt, the final Curtis comment was just saying, but it's different for limit orders. So it's like, it just didn't. Yeah, just ridiculous, man. Again, Curtis, dude, if you want back in the chat, like just shoot me an email and let me know what was going on. Maybe you're having a bad day. I'm trying to be super understanding here. I mean, if you're frustrated, there's obviously a reason, right? So, I mean, I want to help you, man. Like next stream, just follow along and with the same settings on a sim account and see if you do well. It's just that simple, man. OUP Trader, you said, have you compared results using microcongruity and hat and not? Yes, I have. So in the video, we did have we had a whole breakdown on the on our data between having microcongruity on and microcongruity off. You saw we got a ton of counter spoof trades today, and that's primarily due to the fact that microcongruity is off. So we have a whole 3D plot of this. So we made that in MATLAB based off of the actual trade data that we took. And you saw that when those two things are congruent, the Sharpe ratio increases significantly. So, hey, Adam, thank you so much for your continued support, man. Appreciate that. Sunil, I saw about a 5% increase in win rate, which can be pretty substantial. Gary, it is complex. We're trying to figure that out right now. The thing with NQ is that the spreads can be so high. I think what we're going to do is that we'll put a spread filter on the ML model, so it's not trying to predict price movement when spreads are like 6 or 7 ticks. Because what can happen pre-market is there can be times where data is going to be super skewed, and it's going to look at data and price movement as being way higher than it actually is because that spread is so high. So that ends up being an issue with the ML model for NQ, but it still works well without microcongruity. But if we're able to get microcongruity to work well on NQ, I think that's just going to be game changing. Hey, Yasir, yes, I do have an affiliate program for L2Azimuth. Even if you're not officially signed up, if you just shoot me an email with their order numbers or their emails or whatnot of their purchase, I'll give you credit for it. I have the same setting, but different trades and result, but you're still green. Could it be the data and latency? Frank, that definitely could be the case. Let me know specifically if you have microcongruity on or off, because that's going to be the primary factor that leads to a different trade. Tommy, you said, sounds like you think trading ES instead of NQ is better because of the spread on NQ. So this isn't specific. So you are correct from a general overview perspective, but not maybe for the reason you may think. The thing with NQ is it's actually great. During market hours, the spread is very tight. It's around 2 ticks. But the thing is that when the machine learning model is training, it can often look at pre-market. And during pre-market, the spread could have been really high, and it's going to think price movement is higher than it actually is from an actual like real life standpoint. It's going to think it can get into trades with limit orders that it can't. So that's the one thing with that. We're trying to work that out. Final question, I believe, for today for the factors about microcongruity. What are they on the user's end? It's literally just the number of bars. So you can see at the bottom of my settings, you can see use micro forecasting. We have that enabled. And then you have number of bars for machine learning. That's set to 3,000. That is the entire setup for that. If you copy that, that's going to give you guys a pretty solid microcongruity score. The issue comes with this. If you load that at a different time than I do, that's going to lead to different results because it's going to see different number of bars. And it's going to have like different price action on a very small tick by tick basis. So if you guys are familiar with a 3 pendulum problem, a small difference in the initial conditions of the three pendulums rotating can cause major differences down the line. And that's what ends up happening with machine learning. Gary, yes, it is continuously learning. That's part of the issue. Hey, Matthias, you said, I don't understand the difference between L2Azimuth and polarity ATI. Can you please explain it to me? So I think that this video is going to do that way better than what I can do. Here, I'll pull this up right now. So this video talks specifically about the stuff that goes into that. There we go. So if you watch that video, it's going to talk everything about that. Yes, that's true, Tommy. So if you end up checking that out, if you watch that video, you should be doing well. Hey, John, it's not critical. That's the thing. So today, that 3,200 bar load time was not necessary at all because we didn't even have microcongruity on. ML is still pretty accurate with 1,000 bars. So you're just going to get more sensitive trades. So there isn't, I gotta say, I didn't mean that if you turn it on at the right time, it'll be green. It's more that no matter what time you turn it on, it might be different from someone who turned it on an hour before, but you both should have positive expectancy trades. You just might get different fills. You might be 2 ticks behind someone, but you still get a positive fill because of your limit orders. So it shouldn't, you guys shouldn't be like, if you have a different time, that's not a part of the strategy. That should be in the background. You shouldn't even be thinking about that. I don't even think about that at all when I load up the strategy. Hey, Tony, at this point, I don't live stream every day, but definitely can. Hey, Connor, what size Apex count are you using? I'm using a 250K Apex count. Do we have the microcongruity on or off? I recommend users turn it on, but if you want to follow me, you'll need to turn it off. Charles said, do you trade every day? No, I usually trade 2 to 3 days a week. At this point, I very much enjoy, living and being instead of becoming. Before it was very, my life was centered around becoming rather than being. But now I'm able to, really enjoy my 20s. So, I trade 2 to 3 times a week, and oftentimes it's on stream. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. I think I'll start trading more now with L2Azimuth because it's a lot less stressful. Stressful. It's just not nearly as stressful as actually trading polarity. So as you can see now that we have chat on, enjoying the McLaren. Yeah, you're actually correct about that, Charles. I gotta say I've been doing a lot more work now that I don't have it. So I've put like 4,000 miles on it since I got it in May. So. Tony said, I had great success today with NQ on a 1-minute chart. $2,537 with one contract. That is crazy, dude. That is a really good job on one contract, NQ. That is stellar, man. Congratulations. It's a great job, man. Hey, Mike, we do have a monthly lease/payment option. It's going to be not going to be monthly. It's going to be quarterly. So, the thing with the software is that you can get it technically monthly if you go with the lifetime option and then use Affirm. You can break up the payments into a monthly payment. But the quarterly ends up being like 197 a month total if you just divide that by 4. So yesterday, that was also my best performer. That's awesome, man. Wow, it's crazy how many people are doing well. Dude, I feel the same way. I'm so happy about it. I mean, it's something that I've always wanted to happen for Futures Analytica, and I'm glad that we have a lot more users doing well. In the stream, can you have the account tab overlaid so we can follow P&L? Yeah, we actually do have that. So you can see here, it was just covered by my settings. You can see my P&L as well as my executions. So if you go to my executions feed from today, like move my account around. I mean, it's not an overlay. Look. You see my commissions, time. You can see everything from here. So we took a lot of trades today. You can see that. Hey, BB, you said quarterly would be 3, not 4, right? Well, there are 4 quarters in a year. So, yeah, 3 months. I don't know why I divided by 3 or 4. That was just a major blunder on my part. Sorry, my brain's a little fried after today. Hey, Connor, personal question. Do you play Black Ops 6? You know, I haven't played COD in a long time, but if the new one's good, why not? I think that could be fun. I don't know. I haven't really been playing any video games, but that could be fun. How many trades have we considered high frequency trading? I think a lot more. Um, a couple ticks. I'd say like a 1 tick trade. Anything greater than 1 tick is not really going to be considered HFT, because I think those HFT guys, they make thousands a day or thousands of trades. Hey, Master Karen, we don't have a payment plan for EU users in the sense that, um, you know, you can buy it from like monthly through a firm. But what you can do is you can get the quarterly. So we have a quarterly plan available. Hey, GRC, the support email is support@futuresanalytica.com. Also, guys, if you have any questions for purchase, we have a form on the website you can fill out, and we'll call you, and we'll answer any questions you guys have about buying. Train of Trades, you said, are you based out of California? Yes, we are based out of Newport Beach, California. Connor, do you think it's safe to use the last hour up to 5 minutes to close? Yes, I do. TopX said, can use the Apex license for Ninja plus L2 data from them, from Rhythmic, for running your system? Yes, you can. Both of those questions are true. I know a lot. I think that Market Decoy does that. But yes, you can use the Apex license and the level 2 data from them for running our system. We do not require anything. Gary Mathis says, dude, the 1 minute chart is awesome on NQ so far. Dude, that is awesome. That is awesome, Gary. I'm glad it's doing well. Would you consider moving to an FPGA chip to speed things up even further? That is a little bit far out there. I'd say NinjaTrader is the primary bottleneck itself before an FPGA would even be considered. So CPUs are fast enough for us as long as we're on the NinjaTrader platform. If we make a dedicated platform, we might do some FPGA stuff. I have some strategies that I run myself that we might want to move over to FPGA, but hey, Jeff, that's because when you trade on incremental, it actually takes into account your trading decisions. Whereas when you train it with the actual .exe, it doesn't take that into account. It just looks at past data. BAL, looks like your message was automatically filtered by YouTube. I don't know what you said. I didn't filter it at all, but it just says message retracted. I don't know what it said. Nobody says no free L2Azimuth for people who bought Polarity. No, this software is not free. It's completely separate. We spent over $400,000 developing the software. But what I will say is this. If you bought Polarity, you get all of your purchase price back on Polarity if you get the lifetime license. All of it and some more. So that discount code is Founders Code. It only works if you own Polarity, and it only works if you put in your email that you used to buy Polarity. But yes, it does do that. Thanks for the stream, a new approach. I have polarity and was waiting on getting L2A. Today has convinced me. Sunil, that is great to hear, man. Thank you. Jim, you said I was red, then green when you were live, and red again when you turned it off. How did you decide when to turn off and on? Jim, I gotta say, I just reached my profit target at 2,500. I didn't do that. I know some people kept trading and they actually were green. So I'm curious, do you have micro gritty on, or what's going on with that? Is a 250K Apex count sufficient to negotiate L2 and polarity without losing the account on a drawdown? Yes, absolutely. I have a 250K Apex count. Jeff, I get it, man. Now we are continuously working on content for polarity. It's just going to come out a little bit slower. I really suggest checking out Brett's channel. He has so much good information on polarity. He's super profitable with it. I think he's more profitable with polarity than he is L2 at this point, just because L2 is so new and he's really mastered polarity. But here, I'll post his channel here. Yeah, Brett is just a beast. Also, let's just see if there's any other like creators out here who make L2. What is your channel? Oh, well, I'm assuming it's his at. Yeah, Sean does have some videos as well. He's a pretty good resource too. Yes, I will continue to keep trading Apex. Hey, Yasem, yeah, if you made a purchase on Sierra Link, you should shoot a message to us and we'll install it. Yeah, this guy also super great resource. Oh, looks like a new video from this guy too. I'll have to watch that later. When are you starting over the small account challenge? Hey, Raphael, great question. So right now, I just want everyone to be able to follow along. I'm afraid if I hop on that small account challenge with a brokerage account, what's going to happen is that Apex people are going to get different fills than me, and people are going to kind of start to tweak. So we're going to wait a little bit on that. Hey, Yusuf. So yeah, you actually should do that, Yusuf. So if you want to get polarity and L2, what you should do is that buy polarity first and then use the founder's code, and that'll give you $750 off the lifetime license. Futures Odyssey, I do believe that you have some videos out too, right? Any plans for an MES trading session at any point in time? Yeah, absolutely we do. We have a plan for that. Again, I really just am trying to get this dialed in for you Apex guys. I know most people are on prop firms. People were kind of complaining about low prop firm performance before the limit order update. So my number one priority is bringing people into the fold who are on prop firms because that was the discrepancy in performance. So just want to make sure my users are doing well. Yusuf, so what you'll need to do to get that is that if you buy polarity first, using that Flash 20 discount code, you get it for $556, I believe. And then you can use Founder's Code at checkout on L2Azimuth Lifetime to get $750 off. Hey Connor, are there any times a day where L2 is most profitable, and do you think using profit targets is a good idea since it technically limits possible drawdown and profits after reaching it? Yes. So to answer this question, yeah, there absolutely is. Early day is so much better. First 2 hours, I highly recommend only trading the first 2 hours as you're starting. I struggle midday with the software when I'm trading an Apex count specifically. It does not do great. But we're gonna implement those features to have time limits and stuff. So yeah. What is the founder's code? It's literally just founder's code. Now I know people are gonna try and use this who don't have polarity and it's not gonna work, but that code only works on polarity. You have to have the email that you bought polarity with. You put that in Shopify, and then you can use that code. So if you don't own polarity, that code's not gonna work. You can't combine the referral code with the founder's code, unfortunately. So it's going to be limit break plus founders. Up $400 since switching to the 1 minute INQ. That is awesome, Gary. Great job. I think the microcongruity is the way to trade this with limit on. It filters a bunch of noise trades. Yeah, I agree. Hey there, the hidden true secrets. Yes, absolutely. We are working on adding that in the next update. Charles said Discord release date. Discord release date is going to be on Tuesday. Yusuf, you said, but I'm unable to stack the codes further. Can you elaborate on that? That's true, Yusuf. That is true. That is the case. You would need to. The thing is that's weird about running sales, right? It's the weird thing about running sales. I will say usually the codes aren't stackable though, so that's all I can do for you. Yeah, you can't stack the three. It's just two. I still think it's a really good deal. What do you recommend for contract sizing? Depends on your risk tolerance, Gary. I will say the contract sizing for L2Azimuth is going to be based off of your risk tolerance. I recommend starting with one to start. I mean, I don't see a reason not to. You just don't want to go over your risk appetite. You got to only look at the trailing drawdown. Don't look at the account size. Look at the trailing drawdown you have when deciding, and assume that is your account size. Flo says, do you consider to develop the same software for Quant Tower? That could definitely be in the cards, man. The thing with Quant Tower is I've just heard there's a lot of headaches for developers with that, but I mean, I just don't think there's that many users on Quant Tower who would buy. I mean, like if anybody like wanted to pre-order that, I could definitely do that. But I mean, like a group buy situation. But I feel like it'd be a lot of money to develop that, especially with the same results. I would have no guarantee that the Quant Tower results would be the same as the Ninja Trader. If anyone's following along on Quant Tower and I was on Ninja Trader, I don't know if I could guarantee they'd be the same just because of the way that Quant Tower processes data. If there's even one tick that's different on Quant Tower, it could skew things. Hey guys, if you're in this chat, I'd love it if you left a like. Be super nice. Hit the subscription button and turn on notifications if you want to see our next live stream. 77 Sajid said, Connor, are your developers offshore here in the U.S.? They are here, actually. They live in the Bay Area. So we used to have offshore developers. That was the initial developer for Polarity, but here we're all onshore now. Yeah, Joey, doing pretty well today. Pretty excited about that. I think everyone else here in here is green as well. If one tick is an issue, isn't it over-optimized? Not sure what you're exactly referring to. I'm assuming this is something I said like maybe 20 minutes ago, but every tick matters on these trades. Every tick matters. If your average ticks per win is one tick lower, your win rate's going to be way lower. I was just saying, if you're referring to Quantower, I'm just saying that I don't fully understand the internals of Quantower. I'm not saying that Quantower is guaranteed to be like different. It's just that because I lack the novel understanding, it's outside my area of expertise, so I can't comment specifically on it. But I'm saying that one possible issue could be that. Yeah, Gonzalo, I am trying to be a lot better at transparency and whatnot. Hey Joey, I'm planning on using these settings for a while. I am going to send out an update over the weekend to settings I'm going to switch to. So that's going to include a new template for ES. Which I will be trading next week. So yeah, we'll have them far before the stream. Hey Master Cannon, I'm sure that's real, but I just got to remove that for IP reasons. If you want to buy the dishonest version, I mean, go for it. But I mean that's on you. Hey Gary, shoot me an email. I'll fix that for you. Sweet Gonzalo, thank you so much for popping in here. I have 3,500 bars loaded. Are you planning on streaming every day? I don't think so every day, but I'm going to start streaming at 6:45 every day now. Like not every day, sorry, every stream. Absolutely, Gary. I just need your order number so I can fix that. I don't have your email. I only have your name, and I just want to make, I don't know if that's the same order as that, but I will fix that for you. Hey, Tommy. So you said when L2 has an update, do we need to reinstall the program on NinjaTrader? So what's going to happen when we send out updates is that you'll get an executable file sent to your email. And what's going to happen is you just run the exe and it'll update it for you. There won't be another process. If you guys are curious about how difficult the installation is from a fresh start, it's super easy. Just watch this video here. And it's 2 minutes long. It's super simple. Haverall Mink says, can't see ROE selection, projection engines, etc. on the right side. You need to enable the strategy for those to be loaded. All right, guys, I think I'm going to hop off for today. I think I'm going to go on a run. Super excited about today. We did $2,400 after commissions. Really excited about that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If you guys enjoyed today, leave a like and subscribe. Again, we are running that discount limit break for 10% off either the quarterly or the lifetime license of this software. So check that out if you're interested. That's going to end at the end of this weekend. So get it while you can. Thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great weekend as well. Happy Halloween.